Got it right here.
Where'd you pick that up?
We need to get like a couple sets of microphones.
We do.
Yeah, we can comment.
You can go to standings. That's how I found it. And then Super 15B. You click on that, and then you should be able to go to roster. You bet. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble. We are here live from the Ice Castle Arena in Pittsburgh, PA, for the first pool play game between your Minnesota Junior Whitecaps and the Boston Junior Eagles. Here, game one, it is the Premier Ice Prospects Labor Day Festival. 24, 14U teams, 6 divisions, 3 games of pool play starting now. One more this afternoon, a third one Saturday morning that will divide up these teams into top 8 teams out of pool play will head to the gold bracket. Middle 8 to the silver, and the bottom will play a couple of consolation games. But here we are. We've got a lot to get to. I missed a bit of the warm-up period, so I didn't get to get through my whole pregame spiel. We'll get to know the ladies on the ice as we go. Head coach this weekend is Jeff Burton. Apparently not the snowboarder, but Jeff Burton. And Hannah Vitelli from OS as well on the bench for OS's Minnesota Junior Whitecaps. We are missing a couple players here this morning that will be not available for this first game and coming in, my understanding, later today and hopefully in time for game number 2 this afternoon. Audrey Nichols and Grace Garrity had a high school soccer game last night that they could not miss. Varsity for Holy Family, but so we are short 2. It'll be interesting to see how the lines run. We're also missing one of our favorite defenders, Lydia Joseph, who was on this roster but not able to attend this weekend due to a back injury. So we miss Lydia Joseph, and hope you're watching from home and resting up. But for those who are here, it looks like Clara Milinkovic, number 39, is, I might have wrote it down wrong, but it's 39. Heading into net, Ruby Sinnott, the other goalkeeper. We'll see how they manage through the week, as they have previously in tournaments gone to different, split the games in halves, but we'll see if they go wholes or halves on this one. It looks like our starting lineup is number 94, Leighton Cragness at center, along with Katie Genia, number 24, right wing, Avery Wagner, number 40 at left wing, number 97, Josie Nelson, and number 92, Stolanik, starting at defense. That is your starting 5. We are underway. Hopefully this is coming in well. Looks like we've got a decent Wi-Fi connection. Again, it's Minnesota Junior Whitecaps against Boston Junior Eagles. Into the Eagles zone. Stolanik's not able to hold it, comes out. Chipped in by the Eagles. Milinkovic leaves it to Nelson. Up to Wagner, tips in, she'll get off. We've got Lamantia now in and dumped it to the corner, but her line mate wasn't quite out yet. That'll come back out. It looks like number 82, Caven, playing defense. Gets it back to Lamantia. She's on the move over the blue line, taking it in deep. Oh, lost an edge to the board, and that's going to come out of the zone. She tried to power turn out, and it didn't work. Eagles back in their own zone, looking to break out far side. They do. Lamantia stops it at the red line. She's in there with number 96, Ambule. And I never actually caught who else was on her line. That is lost and then fired in on nets. It's like number 80, Noble, is in that defense. Along with, I couldn't tell. Anyway, they're on the move, changing out. We've got a new line. I'm trying to figure out all these weird numbers. 91, Keatman is in. Caroline Keatman. 94, Cragness back in. They might be, with an odd number of girls, they might be running 3 centers potentially and 2 sets of wings. I don't know. I'm going to try to figure it out here. Junior Eagles player loses an edge into the board. Fired. Wagner. Loose to the back. Fired. Stopped before he got there. Another one blocked before he gets to the net. Wagner just missed. Eagles coming out. 92 Solana getting back. Jenny is 24. Wagner tips it out, but right back in by the Junior Eagles. That is Haven. Nope, Solana. 82 looks like a 92. And that one off of a stick, but before the red line, so icing was on. It'll head back into the Whitecaps zone. All right, we've got, get a breather here. I can try to figure out some numbers. 96 Ambule, Lamantia 6'7", and 94 Cragness in. Center in. Oh, just missed. Lamantia backhands one. Out front, didn't get much on it. Kicked away by the goalie. That one got to the net. Loose. Lamantia trying to get there in the corner. Eagles come away with it. 96 Ambule now in the corner, trying to drop it back to Lamantia off her stick. And Cragness had it momentarily. The Eagles out over the red line and will tip it in deep. It's 0-0, 11:06 left in this first period. There's 3 15-minute periods according to the rules in these games. There's Caven around, finding Lamantia. She just tips it out. And icing is on but waved off. Up front, Eagles grab it first. And that won't be alarm going off. It looks like Mills is playing forward. Been playing defense lately. Played for varsity in Woodbury as an 8th grader, but also has a lot of experience at forward and is playing so right now. That one fired in by Nelson, trying to hold his own. battling in front of the Junior Eagles bench. Nelson gets it up. It was over to Keatman, who couldn't hang on. That one redirected. Backhanded attempt by Jenia was saved. Jenia again out front. Newman in number 95 was trying to get there and shipped out by the Eagles. Solonic will pick it up. Drops it for Wagner. She'll enter. Getting around the defender, going to the front, trying to get to the backhand. Just missed the stick of Jenia on the back door. Here's Caven getting through, splitting the defender. She's bringing it in. Nice move to the backhand. Backhand shot was saved, sticking with it. Loose on the side of the net and apparently covered, whistle dead. Heck of a play by Finley Caven, splitting the defenders in the neutral zone. Blowing by on the left, getting back to the net, putting it on net, and trying to jam it on home. What are the Whitecaps? Not successful. Ambule, Cragness, Lamantia in at forward. Noble and Caven in at D. That one comes back to Caven, fires it off the stick of Ambule, can't get the shot off. Gets up the board, and Caven can't hold. It's coming out the other way. A good stick by Noble. That would have been a breakaway if she got by her. Noble trying to get to the net. Fires a backhanded shot, saved off the stick. Newman sends it down deep. Lamantia, 6'7", trying to find Newman. It goes underneath her stick. Lamantia again, turning, coming out, coming through. One-timer! Ambule just missed left. Nice feed by Lamantia getting that one through. In deep, Lamantia on the forecheck. Rings the boards. That's going to come all the way out. Solonic picks it up in the Whitecap zone. Comes across to Nelson. Josie Nelson out of Edina up to Lamantia over the red line. Pass to the stick of number 91 onside, Keatman. Keatman trying to tip it past the defender into the corner. No score, fast action. Nelson over the red line. And fired in by Keatman. Held by Solonic. Centering pass knocked down. Mills behind. Was looking for Keatman out front. Missed the mark. Junior Eagles 3v2 the other way. Still 0-0. Here comes Solonic. He's on the move. Getting by. Left side. Firing. Just missed. Tried to go to the far side, right side of the net. That one goes all the way down. I think icing's on, and it is 6:44 left in a scoreless first period. Some fast action here on a Friday morning. Thanks everybody for joining. Shoot me a message if anything's going wrong. It looks like the stream is up and working. Should be live here on YouTube and Facebook. Jenia and Wagner in at the wings with Newman at center. Far corner, Jenia comes out to the middle. Will trickle out of the zone. Noble will track. Cross ice to Caven. Finds the stick of Newman over the red line, over the blue line. Taking it wide on the backhand, dropping it back for Jenia. Gets to Wagner, couldn't get a stick on it cleanly. Now Newman leaves it for Solonic. Behind the net wraparound attempt, Wagner was stoned. They're still banging at it, loose on the side of the net, comes out to the corner. And the Eagles get possession and look to break out. Will skate it out of the zone. Finding a centering pass. Getting to the right, trying to get a shot off, could not, where the Eagles, number 16, retains possession behind the net, but will be Knocked off it by Josie Nelson. She battles. And Nelson gets it out, but sent right back in off of her stick and offside is the call. 5:24 left. Out into center ice. Nelson behind the net drops it back for Saronic. Up to Ambule. Centering 1-2 Lamantia up the left side. She's on the move. Cuts back. Finding the stick of. Gosh, it's hard to see these numbers. Must have been Cragness, 94. All these nines look like eights. All these numbers, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers in the 90s, which is unusual. Wagner Genia back in. With Heatman. Centering pass. Tipped in for the save by Caven, but back to the Eagles coming out over the red line, chips it towards the net. Caven picking it up. Over to Peatman, pops it up in the air. Eagles settle it down, but stolen. That was Cragness entering the zone. Loose puck. Solonic. Shot block. Breakout. Solonic getting back as the Eagles dump it in and look to chase. Josie Nelson will get there first. How's the audio, folks? Can you guys hear me all right? Genia's breakout pass was stopped. And the puck trickles out, and that had come out of the zone, no offside. Oh, there wasn't offside. I didn't hear a whistle. It was clearly out, and girls were still battling in the zone, thinking it was at their feet. Thought they had missed an obvious offside call. They did not. Newman will take the draw with Wagner and Genia. And that one hit somebody on the Whitecaps bench. Whistle dead. Newman on the dot. Into the zone, Genia, Nelson. They're able to chip it in deep. Wagner on the forecheck. Puck comes out to the Eagles through center ice. Tips it past Genia. Newman and Nelson down low. Newman chips it up to Wagner. Chips it out of his own. Gets ahead. Can she get by that defender? Can't, so she will dump it in. You can chase Lamanti now coming in from the right. Trying to get back over to the left. Puck comes, hits the netting out of play. .235 left here in this first period. It is zeros. Whitecaps have controlled the action and zone time so far, but nothing on the scoreboard. Agnes Ambule Lamantia at the forward position. Caven dumps it in. Noble as her teammate. Pinching far up is Caven. Lamantia behind the net. Gets boarded up before she can center a pass. And the Eagles do get it out. Caven's trying to keep it in with her glove. And offside again. The Eagles. 2:08 left in the first. Don't know what sticks Riley Ambul's using. His did not make it here yesterday with her. In the zone, centering pass. One timer, her stick got held up a little bit, Ambul's from behind, so she didn't get enough on it. Still almost scored on the feed from Cragness. Lamantia in the corner. Firing, turning, goal! It went in. I think it was Cragness that got it. It was on the feed from Lamantia, and it's 1-0 Whitecaps. I got to go to my other app to get that on the scoreboard. So Whitecaps 1-0 with 1:46 left. It's Cragness from Lamantia. Got it in 5-hole. Looked like it might have been saved, but it trickled through and slowly went over the goal line. As I was saying, Ambul's sticks did not make it yesterday with her. They were flown to Idaho, which is not Pennsylvania, for those of you not up to speed on your geography. We're supposed to be promised to be here by 5 a.m. this morning. They were not. I don't believe they made it in time. I did not hear final words, so at this time there were no stores open, so she might be using somebody's backup. He's a lefty. Could be using Ingrid Newman's, Avery Wagner's, a couple other lefties on the squad. And that is icing. 59.1 left here in the first. Time for a quick one, says our color analyst, Tony Genia. Always here to give some scholarly advice. Can't see the number of who's taking the face off. It was Cragness. And that one knocked out. Puck deep in the Whitecap corner. Wagner up to Genia. Tipped off the defender's stick, so no icing, and the play on. Loose puck behind the net, battle. Cragness, Wagner got it tipped away, comes back to Noble at the point, fires! Whew. That one had a little extra mustard on it. A tough angle, misses wide right. Genia trying to tip it back in the zone. It'll be picked up, Cragness, but she gets it tipped away. Eagles regrouping, haven't cleared the zone yet. And that will end the first period, folks. 1-0. Whitecaps, Cragness with the goal. End of period 1. I don't believe there's a resurface at all at the 14U division. I think they play the whole game without a resurface. I think I read at 16U and 19U they resurface every second period, but I believe there's none here for the first, so it should be a quick intermission here. What's that?
Are you live on like a YouTube channel or something?
Yeah.
You are? Can you tell me what it is? Because it's live
No.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Because I can tell all of our
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, can you get it to her?
Yeah. I'm like,
Folks, we might be welcoming some viewers in from the Boston Junior Eagles as Live Barn is down in this rink today. And as you know, the Lamantia Hockey Network is up and running. Why pay a subscription fee when you can get free? All right, looks like we will get ready for the start of period number 2. Fresh 15 on the clock. Looks like number 39, Milinkovic, will stay in net as expected. And she slides in. I missed it on the video there. And we are off period number 2. Andrea Lamantia and Ingrid Newman. So you've got a full Minnesota Moose Tier 1 lineup in there. There's 3 all out of District 8 in Minnesota. There's Newman trying to get it back, but it's turned over. Nelson comes back to clear it, and a whistle. And it's an interference call, I believe, on Josie Nelson. Referee's calling her to the box, or is it on the Eagles? No. And it was on Josie Nelson. Or no, it was on Newman. I'm sorry, number 95, Newman, called for interference. God, these 90s numbers are killing me. So it is a power play for the Eagles, trailing by 1 early in the second. It's a 1.5-minute power play. Here's Keatman, will chip it out. Eagles will look to regroup. Keatman putting pressure on, almost got herself a breakaway. There's Nelson, number 97. She can't clear the zone. And the Eagles have it in and will try to find some space to set things up. Almost took it out of the zone. Thought they did. Dropped it back to the point. On the backhand, we'll leave it for 77. To the sidewall. Turn fired into the gullet of Milinkovic. And she'll catch that one with her breakfast right there in the old midsection. She hasn't seen a ton of shots, but she was ready for that one. No rebound to be had. PK for the Whitecaps. It looks like Jenia, Caven, Noble, and Wagner are the 4 now out after a change. 50 seconds left on this power play for the Junior Eagles. Behind the net, Noble comes kicking up. So up the board, Wagner hits it out. And she'll continue to put pressure all the way down. Eagles come up the near side. Jenia gets a piece of it, knocks it up over the boards, out of play. There's a lucky fan. Looks like Max Milinkovic down there will retrieve that one. Only when I'm trying to get Max down there. There's Tony. You say hi. Wagner behind the net, short-handed. And has to take it all the way out, but will kill some time. That one was close to offside, back in. Wagner, loose puck ahead of her, was trying to get it and fire it. Five left on the power play for the Eagles. Haven't been able to get anything going. They are going to enter on the left side. Power play expires. Eagles with possession. Shot blocked. Cragness. She sends it off the board. Finds it. She's all by herself. Tries a sharp angle shot from the right side. Was knocked away. Whitecaps were getting a change. There's Ambuel now in. And it comes out. Solonic. Left side. Off of Ambuel's stick into the zone. Right back out. Loose puck. Mantia back checking, got a piece of it, but the Eagles able to send it in deep. Solonic Finding Lamantia, finding the stick of number 94. Cragnis, he scores! Her second of the game, 2-on-1 style. She had it, was looking to send it over the right. The defender went over to the left side, I should say. And so Leighton says, forget ya, I'll just put it in the twine. And it's 2-0, Cragnis over the Eagles. 12 minutes left here in period 2. Heatman up the left side. Newman driving the middle. Fired and blocked. Noble behind the net. Sauces a pass up to Mills. Mills on the move up the right side. Will escape back and loses it at the blue line. Comes out. Noble will retreat. Catching the Eagles on a change, but Whitecaps not able to take advantage of it. Noble skates it out herself over the red line, over the blue line, back end to the left, into the middle, turning, firing off the chest pad, and will be covered up and held on to 11-11 left here in the second period, 2-0. Goal scorers are Leighton Cragnis and Leighton Cragnis. First assist from Lamantia. I'm not sure the assist on that second one. Might have been unassisted as Cragnis had it all the way through the neutral zone at least. It was probably a breakout pass earlier, but I don't know if anybody got credit for it or not. Not calling any of the goals over the loudspeaker here. That's back to Solonic, slapper, wide right. Junior Eagles were short a player. It had me thinking, because I only saw 4, and I'm like, did I miss a penalty? I did not. They just got somebody on late. And that was Cragnis looking for the Hattie. Tipped out. Solonic back to Nelson. Wagner will backhand it off the board into the zone. Nelson through the circle, tipped away. Loose. Oh, Wagner couldn't haul that one in. I've seen her turn and fire from that left circle and score many times. At that time, Nelson in deep. Puck comes out, but wrangled in by Nelson. Into the corner, taken away and up the boards on the near side by the Eagles. Navigating Ambiel hounding the stick of Newman. And you've got the Moose line back out there. Newman through the circle, drops it back to the defense. Noble's shot was blocked. Loose puck. Ambiel picks it up, gets it up to Newman. Newman trying to turn and fire it off the glove. Loose. Ambiel rebound, fires out past Lamantia too far. And that one kept in by Caven in front of the blue line with a body on her. Nice work. Now fired out. Went all the way past. Icing is on. Now waved off. And it'll be Caven trying to find Lamantia at the board. She will dump it in. Heatman, hard pressure on the forecheck. Far corner. Lamantia coming in. Pulling the puck back to Keatman. Keatman trying to get it out front. Cragnis leaves it back to Caven. Turns, fires. Low shot. Rebound. Goal. It got through the 5-hole. I think it was Keatman, number 91. Looks like she's going through the line. I did think it was her, and it looks like she agrees. And it's 3-0 Whitecaps. Keatman on the rebound, able to push one home, 5-hole. Number 44 in net for the Junior Eagles. 3-0. 9:02 remaining here in the second period. Whitecaps send that one in. And they'll whistle that one dead. Held ball is the call. And they'll stay in the Eagles zone. Sent to the side. He's caught. Mills tried to get a shot off. It was blocked. Nelson now fires one toward the net off of an Eagles player, and they'll ship it out. Icing on, but it will get waved off. Got some room, but intercepted on the change the Eagles got back. Wagner on the left board to the middle. Newman's going to go to the left, 2-on-1. Jenny on the far side, but a nice diving play to block the pass going across the middle from Newman to Jenny. The defender laid out to stop the sauce pass. That one almost takes out the official in the corner. Wasn't ready for that one. Puck comes up the boards a bit. And the Eagles looking to clear it. They do. Number 11 up for the Eagles, Polaric. Takes it all the way wide. Caven pressures her, hits her, no call. Pinched her off against the boards. The puck is loose behind the goal line. Ambule trying to pick it up, does. Trying to sauce it to Lamantis. She can't settle it down in the neutral zone. And the Eagles will control, regroup. Back to number 22. Off the board for number 13. Haven defending. Tried to center a pass through the crease. Haven disrupts. That one through. It goes off the stick of Newman, but no icing not. I think that was an icing, but they waved it off. Back to Lamantia. And a whistle. I didn't see. I was watching the play, and it looks like Ambule went crashing into the goalie and the net somehow. I didn't see what happened out front of the net, but that knocked everything, the goal off its pegs, and gets a whistle. And they are now switching goalies. Milinkovic coming out after a shutout half of the game. Now Ruby Simmett, number 28, in net the rest of the way for the Whitecaps. Zoom in a little more. Looks like I think that's Newman taking the draw. There's with Mills and Keatman. Hard across to Mills. Turns, fires off the pads and loose and shipped out. Because it was a penalty on the Junior Eagles, whatever that call was. So Ambule must have got lit up in front of the net and they called it. And so it is a power play for the Whitecaps with 5:44 left. Nelson regrouping up to Mills, enters, fired across, but it came out of the zone. Magnus again will circle and take it up to the left side. Got knocked away towards the net. Eagles clear it. Picked up Noble on the move. Snakes her way through the neutral zone. Couple dangles. Got it to the net, but couldn't put it home. Officials will check that net once again. There's 5 minutes even left here in the second. 22 seconds left on the Whitecap power play. It's been all Whitecaps, 3-0. 2 from Cragness, 1 from Keatman so far. Cragness on the draw. Wagner and Genia on their sides. Wagner behind the goal line. Looking for Genia. Will come back to the point instead. Caven over to Noble. Sees no lane. Will go back to Caven. Tries the center one. Chipped away by the D. Noble picks it up on her backhand. We come back across the Caven. Genia out front. Shot was knocked down by a defender. Wagner picking up the loose puck behind the net on her backhand, leaving it for Genia. Genia turns and fires held on to the Eagles netminder, number 33. And that looked like it expired the penalty for the Eagles. Both teams at full strength with 4:30 remaining in the second. Cragness, Van Buell, and Lamantia. Nelson Solonic behind them. Van Buell tries to get it deep. Knocked out by the Eagles. Nelson can't get there. The Eagles getting to the front of the net. Firing. Simic stops. It's loose on the doorstep, and she gets back to cover it up before the rebound attempt. Tough action for Simic, just coming into the game less than a minute ago. And able to save it, her first chance. Popped up in the air, stays in play. Eagles get back in. Cross ice pass too far in front. Eagles will try to get back to the point. Can't. Ambiel gets 5. She's tripped up. And a very obvious tripping call. And it'll be a power play for the Whitecaps as Ambiel went up in the air on the trip. And we'll head on into the Eagles zone for a power play with 3:47 left. Minute 30 power play on the clock. It is Ambuel, Newman, and Lamantia, the Moose line. Noble and Caven behind them. Ingrid moves it over to the side. Ambuel sends it down low to Newman. Newman couldn't get it out front. Will come back around and look for a space. Turns, fires, and held on to. Same 5. Back to Caven. Down low on the side. Lamantia can't handle it. It comes up and rolled along the boards. Got past Caven. Noble will pick it up and pressured off the board to Caven, looking to get things going the right direction. Will cross the red line, enter the zone. Goes to the right. Lamantia cutting to the middle. Caven boarded up. Ambuel picks it up, comes around, comes back to the point. Newman was back there. Tried to leave it for Ambuel, but pressured. And the Eagles get it to the blue line, but don't clear it. Lamantia holding at the blue line now. And it finally comes out. Ambuel got off the ice. Lamantia still on. There is Nelson. She'll enter. Lamantia will now head to the bench. Keatman Cragness in, along with Mills. For the end of this power play. Mills couldn't get that one out front. It was behind her. Nelson with pressure. Sends it to the boards with the Eagles. Maintain possession of the Whitecap zone. The penalty expires. Eagles back at full strength in the Whitecap zone. Solonic behind the net. Evades some pressure. Goes up the left board and up finding Mills at the blue line, takes it to the middle, chips it forward, chase it down, dropping it to Keatman. Eagles will ice it out. 1:45 left in period number 2. Oh! And a whistle. That one was at the doorstep for a minute. There it is. Puck was stuck in the pads of number 33. Over to Caven. The shot doesn't find its way all the way through. Down low, Cragness. Noble can't hold at the half wall. Eagles get it out. Center one to number 87. Caven defending. Eagles fired in number 13. Up around the board. 16 will pick it up. Drops it back to the defense. Fired a shot. Stick save. Simmet into the corner. Noble tries to leave it for Caven. It doesn't quite get there. Caven finding that loose puck to Cragness. Trying to get on his own. It'll go back to Noble. Up to Keatman. Will dump and get a change. Under a minute left. 50 seconds. Period 2. Across Genia. That was close to offside. The Eagles coach wanted it, and I'm not sure they were wrong on that one. Eagles ship it out. 15 seconds left. Nelson will pick it up. Now finds Genia. She enters. Trying to jump it deep. And back out by the Eagles, racing to get there. And that will do it for period 2. It is 3-0 Whitecaps over the Boston Junior Eagles. We'll take a short intermission. Again, I'm pretty sure no resurface, so we should be back here shortly. Again, welcome any of the Boston fans, as might have some new viewers here in the second period, since Live Barn is down. Never trust that Live Barn. Never any technical issues over here at the Lamantia Hockey Network. Game 1 of the morning-afternoon doubleheader for these teams. Both will play a second pool play game this afternoon. Whitecaps, I believe, are at 2:10 p.m. Eastern time, folks. Remember that Eastern time. That is 1 hour ahead of Central time. Anybody else in other time zones? Going to have you do the math on your own. Don't forget to carry the 1. Whitecaps will look to hang on to a 3-goal lead and get their first W. The Eagles going to look to make a bit of a comeback here, see if they can get some offense cooking. Simmet will remain in net for the Whitecaps. Locked in as always, these two goalies. And it is Newman coming out to take the draw with Ambule and Lamantia. Nelson and Solonic are our defenders. I said RR, like a pirate. Solonic has to go backwards behind the net to Nelson. Up past Lamantia at the boards. He can't clear. Nelson picks it up, fires it across off the stick of Ambule into the Eagle zone. Ambule in the corner. Fired off the stick of Lamantia, but it comes out. Off the board, Ambule trying to get there. Eagle send it in. Nelson navigating three defenders, gets by him, finds Lamantia. They got 2-on-1. Fired over, scored! Cragness with the Hattie from Lamantia, and it's 4-0. Those two have connected twice here this game. Cragness with the hat trick. Lamantia with exactly with their second assist. Good setup, nice patience by Lamantia on the 2-on-1 as faked like she was going to shoot to get the D to move over, and that did open up Cragness, and she had all day to put that one home. It's been Cragness and Newman going every other shift at center. Three lines of wings going out in rotation. And a backhanded attempt by Mills was blocked. It's been Mills and Keatman, Lamantia and Ambule, the Moose teammates, and Wagner and Genia, the Green Giant and Centennial teammates. And that is Noble can keep possession. Cragness will send it over to Genia just off the bench. She's by herself, 1v5. I don't know how she didn't score there. We'll talk to her after the game on that one. And held in at the feet of Nelson, sent down low, and Newman backhands it out front, just missed Wagner. No look backhanded pass, just a foot too far for Wagner, who was in the circle. Newman battling down low, comes out to the far side. It'll be Nelson sending it back to the feet of Newman. Third towards the net. Wagner is leaving it for Genia. Will now leave it for Caven. Got one through. That one went through the wing's legs. Number 16 did get on net, but it was saved. And Simmett's going to play that one and leave it out to Solonic. Gets by pressure, goes off the board, and that one got tipped into the Whitecap bench. 12:22 left in this one, folks. Hope you've all found me okay here at the Lamantia Hockey Network. Streaming live on YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And for others, you can find it on Facebook as well. Wagner, get it. Genia can't tip it out. Now it comes out. Sent back in on side by the Eagles. They'll grab a, nope. That's the Whitecaps grabbing a change. Caven in the corner up the board. Nancy just off the bench can't get possession. Now Caven will skate up behind the goal line. Backhands it to Ambule. Ambule trying to find Cragness. Cragness got pressure all over her and comes out. Ambule, nope, that is Lamantia. 6-7. Solonic now to Cragness. They just can't get any room here. They'll fall back to Nelson. Joel skated around Lamantia and fire. Scored! 5-0. Josie Nelson for Medina. Sound like an old-time announcer there. Rah! There's Josie Nelson coming into the game and scores her first of the day. Sorry about that, folks. We will never do that again, I promise. That brings out Newman at center. Lamantia and Ambio is still in. Nelson wrestled down, stays in the game. And up to Lamantia. I don't know why she just shipped that one. Stays in. Got tipped towards the net, and Simmet with the save. That'll bring in Mills and Keatman to stay in with Newman. Eagles center one. Haven over to Mills. She'll catch up to it and get it out. And into the zone, too far ahead. I think that was Keatman that made the pass to Mills up ahead, the 21 on the 91. It's the same. That one comes out. Noble will regroup with pressure. Use the handle. Eagles will keep it in the zone. Toe drag move. Shot couldn't get off the trigger fast enough, and it kind of just trickles into Simmet, who will get the whistle. 9:30 out. They have hit running time. It is at 5 goals in the third period. This may be the first tournament I've actually read the rules on. So running time now once it's in the third period with the 5-goal lead, and it stays that way unless they get within 2. There's Wagner racing up the left side, getting by the D. And a goal. Genia on the last second feed from Wagner, and there they are. You can't leave that duo down too long, and that makes it 6-0. Genia from Wagner. I bet it's not the last time you hear me call those two names this weekend. Gets away, fired and scored. And it is the Texas hat trick for Cragness, number 4. Yikes. It's 7-0. Puck bounced right to Cragness' stick and didn't miss. Under 8 minutes of running time remain. It's been all Whitecaps. Wagner fired the first one, blocked. Second one misses wide right. Down low to Cragness, give and go. Genia tried to find Wagner on the back door, just knocked away. Well, Cragness is going to have to be tired after this. She's been out there a lot, and she's got the production to show for it in 4 goals. I believe help is on the way, and I don't mean it from we need help. That one gets to Newman. She's skating it up. Turning, firing, and off the glove, missed right then. Just numbers-wise, I think we'll have 3 full lines of forwards this afternoon once Nichols and Garrity arrive. So thankfully some offense coming. Yikes. Just kidding. And that was Lamantia trying to find the loose puck out front. And she got knocked off it as she was trying to jam it home. Held on to by 33. Under 6.5 running. Loose line out. So I think with the full squad, we'll have 9 forwards and 5 defenders. Is likely the case. Would have been 6 without the injured Lydia Joseph. Wishing her a speedy recovery with that back injury. We miss Lydia and the Joseph family here. There's Ambuel. Down low to Newman. Newman tried to get it to Lamantia. It's tipped away. And a rocket slap shot from Noble was redirected off of a shin guard. Ambuel out front. Or I'm sorry, down low to Lamantia down low. Over to Kragness, trying to find Ambuel intercepted. Eagles on the move into center ice. Gets over the red line, fires it in. Puck circles back to the defense, sends it back to the half wall. Into the middle will be picked off by Keatman, number 91. She goes off the board, try to chase it down. Gets there, but her stick held up. No call. It was close, but with a 7-0 lead, the officials are going to swallow the whistle a little bit. Swallow the Whistle. That is a fantastic name for an indie rock band. So when I start one up, I think we just found our new name, Swallow the Whistle. That one just outside the right post by the Eagles. Number 13 almost got him on the board. Just missed. Had an opening on that side. And popped out. Eagles regroup. Number 16 off the board. That's City. And that goes up, stays in play. Eagles fighting till the end. Working hard. There's going to be relentless pressure. That one, try to send it out front. It got knocked down. It's loose out front, and it's no goal. It did go in, or I thought it went in, but they waved it off. I don't know if it was goalie interference is my guess. They would not let Simmett get back to the other side. They're going to call that one off with goalie interference. As the Eagles fighting to get on the board and grab some confidence going into their game this afternoon. We play Little Caesars out of Detroit. So that means the Eagles will play the 4th team in our bracket, which I am drawing a blank on who they are. Noble gets it knocked away, but to Taven, she will bring it up in just under 3 minutes. Taven cross ice to Wagner. Couldn't handle it on her backhand. Tries to send that one back to Jenny. That goes off her stick. And Taven will regroup, finding Wagner at mid-ice. She gets by the one defender. Another one coming back, number 21. And they're going to call that one. They got her clean at first, and then as she was trying to re-grab the puck, got hit, and they do call that one. It'll be a power play for the Whitecaps. That'll bring out Emil with Kragness and Lamantia. Salonik and Nelson. That is Ambuel in the corner, setting it up. Kragness now back to the point. Fired. Lamantia tipped and scored. Lamantia gets one on the power play. Tip in off the shot, I think, from Kragness. So that might be another point for her. Not that she needs it. Good Lord. And it's 8-0. With under 2 minutes left, back to 5-on-5. Agnes again finds Lamantia, turns into the glove. Didn't get much on that shot, and I didn't get much on that video view, but trust me, it wasn't her best look. She had an open shot from the left circle and was trying to go glove side, high right corner, but looks like she didn't quite get everything on it. Eagles on the move. Lamantia back checking with the stop. But the Eagles get it in. Now number 12 is bumped off by Nelson. Under a minute left. There's Pragnus over to Solonic. Pass does trickle and we cleared his own. Pragnus now off the left side. Toe drag maneuver, centering one. Cross looking for Lamantia, she can't get it. Comes back to the point over to Noble. She will turn, fire, gloved up. Clear path to number 33. Saw that one all the way into the mitt. And we're at 20 seconds and running. This should be maybe one more face-off, and we will call it a day, take a break, and see you back this afternoon. Newman on the dot. 10 seconds, trickles in. They just play it out to kill the clock. Noble loses the handle, tips it over, and that will do it. It's 8-0 for the Whitecaps with a big victory, number 1 in pool play. And a little celebration down at that end. Folks, again, we'll be back at 2:10 Eastern Time live here at the Lamantia Hockey Network. And we will see you soon. We got some other people looking to set up, so I'm going to try to get out of here as quickly as possible. So won't stick around for post-game interviews, but we'll see you back.